Fauzal. How are you?
Hi, Adrian. Hi, everyone who's watching the video.
Fauzal here is a close friend of mine, but other than being a close friend of mine, he is, in my opinion, a very inspirational role model to some of us. Before we start our interview, we should get to know Fauzal more.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Adrian, also for this opportunity to share our story. So, Sampangan is actually a combination of two words, which is sampah menuju pangan.
Okay.
So that's what Sampangan is for. But what we didn't know is that Sampangan is a name of a regency in Jawa Tengah.
Oh, okay.
It's not dekat Semarang, yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
also ada namanya Sampang di Madura, right?
Okay.
And I was like, man, we only knew about it like after like 1 year plus in operating. So like it's too late to change name because people already know us by that name. But that's a bit of a trivia about the name.
Okay.
Jadi as what the name suggests, we try to solve the global waste problem. Well, actually, it started Indonesia waste problem. Using the technology that we have at a time, right?
Yeah.
But later on, we realized that what we're doing is actually we're doing more than just solving the waste problem, because from the zero waste management process that we do, we managed to create a lot of very high value materials such as activated carbon, biogas, biofertilizer, and more, in which we're able to use this in multiple circular economy downstream industry, such as agriculture, construction, energy, and more. So now we evolved from just being a waste management company to become a circular economy company, with the hope of trying to solve the global waste problem, and as much as we can accelerate the adoption of circular economy in multiple industries that we participated into. Yeah, so let's start with Indonesia. Yeah, so
Okay.
Indonesia alone, like, we produce around 68 million tons of waste every single year.
Okay.
And out of this amount, which is already very big, like 50% of it is actually leaked to the environment.
Correct.
Because it was not collected, it doesn't go into the landfill, we just don't know where it goes. But fundamentally, this is happening because of the lack of waste management infrastructure in Indonesia, both from waste collection to waste processing infrastructure. Right. So that's where the gap that we identified. So to do so, to solve this problem, we decided to try to solve this using a combination of technology, business model, and collaborations.
Okay.
Right. So we start with technology, where one of the biggest costs of waste management is waste sorting, right? Because like sorting is very expensive and it takes a lot of time. So we solve this by creating our own mechanical sorting process, and also the ability to process all kinds of waste, organic or inorganic, using one single technology.
Okay.
Right. So this is where we start with technology, and then so all of this waste then is converted into multiple products that have high value and which we can sell to other industries, which comes to the part of the second point, which is business model. So the reason why there's a lack of infrastructure in waste management is because there is no sustainable business model that would influence or motivate private industries to create waste management infrastructures.
Yeah.
Right. So because waste management or waste processing is in general is not a cost that anybody want to pay for, right? And it's not just about the the private companies, but even governments doesn't want to put money to process waste, right? So therefore, we need to find a way on how can we are able to process waste, but at the same time be profitable, so that whatever impact that we are doing is also sustainable in the long run, right? So, and then we do this by when we realize that if we can commercialize all of the products, then we can cover all of the operational and investment costs of the waste management project. So that's why we focused on. And as a bonus on top of that, sometimes we can get clients that are willing to pay for zero waste management fee. It's still very early in Indonesia, but then there are quite a number of pioneering corporations and companies that are willing to spend cost to do zero waste processing, to invest in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gojek, for example, it's like one of our main client partners.
Oh, okay.
So that's the second one, which is business model innovation. Now on top of the product sales and waste management fee, we also are also doing carbon offset.
Okay.
Which means we are preventing the release of carbon dioxide or methane, in which we can using data, we can certify this data into carbon offset certificate, which we sell to international market. So all of these three different revenue streams are the ones that are able to support us commercially and financially, so that we can operate and scale. And the third one, which is the third point, is a collaboration, where waste value chain is vast. The problem is so big. It is impossible for one company or one stakeholder to be able to solve everything. Impossible. So the only way to move forward is through collaboration. So we partner up with multiple people from the value chain, multiple stakeholders, to enable like a proper zero waste management company, waste management processing. For example, we work with fellow waste startups such as Ecosystem, Duitin, Waste for Change, then which are working in the digital platform sector. They have an app that enables people to do recycling, and calculate their waste data and this such. So where anything that can be recycled, they will recycle. Anything that cannot be recycled, we process. And by working together, we actually are able to generate bigger impact in solving this very complicated problem. So yeah, so that's what we do basically. Yeah, I think especially I think my assumption is one who will be watching this video are mostly from LPDP community.
Yes.
Starting from there at least, yeah. But generally, there is nothing too big to accomplish, especially if we work together. So I think one of my biggest takeaways in my I would say my journey so far is that by being open to collaboration, and in a lot of ways actually by being vulnerable to tell people that actually I don't know about this stuff, can I learn from you, or I don't know how to solve this, can we work together to actually crack this problem, right? And it goes a long way, because like just by being brave, not just to take action or even innovate, but most importantly to be truthful and collaborative, there are just so much things that we can accomplish together. So for whoever's watching this, if there are things that you wanted to do, reach out to your friends, to your people from your school, or even like whoever that you have access to. Find a community that are willing to grow together with you, and I think that's where the magic will happen.